I am trying to get a fire cape in RuneScape 3. The catch? I cannot use any guides. That means no YouTube, no wiki. Since the account just started, we have a few obstacles to get out of the way. Our first big goal is Dragon Slayer, and that means one thing: a lot of quests. Let's get into it. I was training some ranged here. I figured I was gonna gather some cowhide so that I can train my crafting up a little bit to make better crafting gear. But I just got a message that it's not recommended to continue using this bow at this level. Let me take a look at ranged. A quick bow. How do I get a quick bow? How do I get a quick bow? Okay, you know what? Let's instead of trying to do it myself, let's see if the ranged store, which I know that there's one in Varrock, let's see if that sells a quick bow. This is the first time I'm really paying attention, but this place looks good. A shield bow, a short bow, a javelin, a short bow, a shield bow. Wait, what was the level 5 thing? A quick bow. I do not know where to get that. But the next thing in line at level 10 is an oak short bow. So let's make sure we prepare for that. We try and get the... Let's also just get this, so that we don't get the message anymore. We will get the oak short bow, and then we'll get a bunch of these. That is somewhat expensive, but it is what it is. That's just the cost of doing business, I guess. Cool, so we can now use these with a bronze arrow. I feel like that's a downgrade. Okay, maybe I should continue using the charge bow. I've been training a little bit of mining and smithing, and I worked myself up to iron to get an iron pickaxe, an iron ore box, and now an iron hatchet, so that my woodcutting and my mining will go a little bit faster. Now, I was a little bit worried about this, because thieving is a member's skill, and I reached a level cap, but it turns out they made fletching into a free-to-play skill. So I can still continue training fletching while free-to-play, which is going to be very useful while I level up my ranged. Okay, I'm in Alcarit to do a quest. I was thinking I can just do like the start of the Desert Quest series. And then my thinking was, that's Prince Ali Rescue, although I remember they changed it. I just don't know what the new name is. I have played the new quest. I played this on an Ironman, but I don't remember the name. I feel like it's not in here, so maybe I'll just like go talk to anybody that, like, I mean, there's a quest icon here. It might just be there.
The palace is under lockdown by order of the Indian.
Under lockdown. Okay. Okay, you know what? Maybe we're not starting. Maybe we're not starting this quest. Let's do Gertrude's Cat. Gertrude's Cat is a staple of this game. It's one of the first quests that you do once you get a membership. After you do this quest, you'll be able to walk around with a swanky little cat. However, I'm about to figure out that my memory of this quest is a little less than polished. I remember doing this quest. This is a staple of starting out an account in old school RuneScape. You get the cat, you keep it fed using the sardines that you get from the cook's assistant quest, and then, yeah, these are the kids. There we go. After a bit of haggling, the kids tell me that Fluffs has run away to her hiding space, an abandoned house in East Varrock. Close to the apothecary. Okay, maybe this is an abandoned, this looks like an abandoned house. Anywhere in here? Not in the crate. Maybe upstairs? Ha, there we go. Pick up. Alright. Maybe she is thirsty. Alright, what does a kitten drink? It'll be water or milk. Bucket. I don't own a bucket. I will buy 2 buckets. Wait, where's the cat? Cat, oh. Cat moves. That makes sense. Vaguely interested at the water but doesn't want it. Similar type of food or drink may be worth a try. Alright, let's go for the milk. I don't actually know if there's any cows closer than this. Anyway, we got a bucket of milk. Let's see what that does for us. Cat in the corner, use the bucket of milk. There we go. Mews at me again. Maybe she's hungry too. But I think I know what the cat eats. I think the cat eats sardines, which I cannot find for some reason. Because the bank is a mess. And I think it needs to be wrapped in a dougal leaf. Nothing interesting happens. Okay, never mind. Maybe I should actually talk to Gertrude. Dougal sardines. Sardines seasoned with dougal leaves. Okay, maybe now I can do it? Maybe because it's cooked? No, you're kidding me, right? That kind of makes sense. What cat would eat cooked sardines? What do I need to catch sardines? Sardine. Level 5, sea bait. Southeast of Lumbridge Swamp. This is very useful. This is very useful. Okay, southeast Lumbridge Swamp. Cool. Let's get our fishing game on, I guess. That's the first inventory. Fishing level 3. Let's cut a log real quick. Level 5. That's great. As soon as I catch this fish, I'm gonna realize that for bait, I might actually need bait. Bait and a fishing rod. Okay, well that means I gotta go to Port Sarim. I stole your apron last time, but this time I'm actually here to give you some business. Let's see that little sardine. There we go, in the dougal leaves. Let's go and rescue that cat. And now the cat has to come, right? Still. Outside you can hear kittens mewing. Okay, gotta find the kittens. Okay, maybe they are in this house. Ah, I suppose it's that. Use the 3 little kittens on her. Yeah, there we go. And they all leave. Perfect. Found the kittens. I got a pet kitten and some food. Brilliant. Exclamation point, I like that. Okay, 1 quest point. Some cooking XP, that is actually quite good. That is quite nice. 14 cooking. That's insane. I think this is a great thing to pick up. Wolf Whistle, so that should unlock summoning. Now where do I actually start this quest? You have a quest icon. This guy is about to conduct a heist. I think I might partake. I think we can wait a little bit longer to whistle at that wolf.
What we'll do is make up a pipe that will put them out of commission for some time.
Alright, I love the voice acting in this quest, by the way. The guy's got a great voice. I need to remember to turn off that path. He mentioned we could find fishing bait somewhere, but to be honest I have that in the bank. So we can just use the maggots that I keep in my bank. So the wheat goes in, then the fishing bait goes in, and then operate the hopper. Okay, I've now contaminated this entire mill, even though I'm about to like empty this. This is there's gonna be maggots all over that grinding stone. This is not great for business. Anyway, I got a maggoty flour. Absolutely gross.
What's up?
Raw crayfish. Get one and bury it in a field. Okay, there you go. There's the crayfish. Nothing interesting happens. Let's see if I can use it on... Okay, just use it on the flax. And there we go. Manky crayfish. Get a oh my god.
Don't have a potato. The head farm cabbage burrows are full of hair and droppings and all
Oh, that is absolutely gross.
well, I say
What do you need me to do? Because where do I find a cabbage hole?
The head farm cabbage burrows are full of hair and droppings and all other kinds. Well, I say
Okay, I'd best get on with it. Maybe the quest guide has some more info. Let them eat pie. I need to take a raw potato to the hunting field in Taverley and use it on a cabbage burrow. Okay, so he said that this guy, yeah, there we go, might have a potato. And then the hunting field is over here probably. I see like rabbits. I think I'm on the right track. I see birds. I see birds. Do I see any holes in the ground? Any holes in the ground? Any holes in... No? Let me take a look. Back in the day, whenever I was looking for something, I would just look it up on the wiki, of course. And now we are going to need to rely a bit more on in-game information like this. Resources? Hunting resource site. So he said this was going to be a hunting resource, right? Or at least that's what the quest journal said. In the hunting field in Taverley. Okay, maybe we're too far north. Maybe it's more like closer to Taverley. Is this it? Oh, what's here? Abominations, I have no clue what those are, but does not seem to be a cabbage hole. I think cabbits are hunter things. Polar cabbit. Okay. Well then maybe it's here, this area? Given that this seems to be snowy, if we can catch polar cabbits at level 1. I mean, I do see something over there. Is this it? Pile, hole? Hole! Hole! I did not expect myself to be shouting hole, but okay. Shove the potato in there. Get it back out. It's a stinking potato. Terrible pie. The stench of it is nauseating. Alright, let's give that to our good friend Nils. Foppish Pierre, huh? Which is side. Grab the spices. Grab the spices from Foppish Pierre. Guy looks pretty fancy. Go up, give the pie to Rolo. Okay. Let's give the guy... Oh my god, that is a unit. Mr. Rolo the Stout.
That's me.
Yeah, here you go. I will spare you the details about what happened next. But after some cleanup and a brief conversation with this onlooker driven mad from the sight of what just happened, we managed to steal the seal, forge a letter, and release the food reserves to the refugees. Alright, 1 quest point, cooking XP, thieving XP, expensive spices, extra food when worn or carried, 5 meat pies. Continue. Okay, let me highlight quest icons on the map. Okay, a bunch around here. Oh, that is a useful feature. Fishing contest, pieces of hate. That seems like a very high level quest that I cannot actually play. Violet is blue too. Watermill, that's not a quest. Edgar's Ruse. Wolf Whistle, that's why we're here. It seems like there's a lot of quests that we can do over here. Wolf Whistle, let's go. Wolfwhistle has me take up a job for Pickup Sticks. One of his assistants has gotten in a spot of trouble with some trolls. Pickup Sticks asks us to gather some materials and then we perform a ritual. To be honest, there's not too much to this quest. We just fetch some things from some places, we bring it somewhere else, and then the quest is complete. So let's skip over it. I think what I'm realizing is that the quests in this area are all pretty simple. They all constantly point you to the next step by explicitly telling you bring this item to this person, so there's not really much chance for me to get stuck. So I'm thinking, how about I try my hand at a quest that I remember is going to give me a hard time. And that quest is Ernest the Chicken.